Welcome to How to Be Alpha, a show exploring the essentials of having a personal brand and how to generate revenue using your own face and stories. I'm your host, Elizabeth Halford, and I've been curating my personal brand since 2008, when a career as a pro blogger landed in my lap. I became a well-known brand, generating a full-time income before that was really even a thing. I took a break, and now I'm back, bringing you all the juicy gossip to be alpha in your business. And by that, I mean being the best you can be, because your only competition is you, which is great news because it means everyone can be alpha. A few notes before we get started. Don't drive and take notes. Every episode has its own page at youisalpha.com/podcast. Also, please leave me a review on iTunes. You're a small business. I'm a small business. You know the drill. I might even read it out on air. Thanks for joining me. Let's jump right in. This is episode 10. It's not a lot considering that some of the shows I listen to have 200 or 300 episodes under their belt. But I've said it before that a show that makes it to 10 episodes is actually in a minority. So I consider this a milestone to check off my list. I'm still getting the most heartwarming reviews from you all. Keep them coming. It really helps me to rank higher in the iTunes store. But most of all, it helps me to know what's been helpful for you and what I should make more of. Leeby77 said, Elizabeth, your podcast is making my Mondays. Your content has been so honest, upbeat, and easy to apply to my business. Seriously, I'm feeling more alpha with every episode. Last week, I spoke about how to deliver a no that feels like a yes, and it was possibly my favorite episode to write and deliver so far. And I heard from a couple of you that it was also your favorite so far. At the heart of it, what that was all about is being intentional about the words that we use and being present to the fact that we are creating something using our words. We are either creating or destroying the future you want for your business and your life. Words are very powerful, and today we're swimming in the same stream because I'm talking about how to shift a few of the things that you say on a daily basis to be a more powerful and positive person. These are things that I'm still working on implementing in my own life, especially the first one. Number 1, thank you. I picked up a really bad habit in England. And this is not to pick on the Brits because, believe it or not, I am one. I lived there for 12 years and I was fully immersed in the culture. And I picked up this habit of constantly apologizing for everything. If someone steps aside to let me pass, I will apologize. If they reach past me to grab something, which is something they should be apologizing for, I apologize. If I trip and fall and stop them in their tracks, I apologize. If I need to ask for a favor, I will often start with, I'm sorry, but... About a year ago, I became present to this and decided to start thanking people instead of apologizing. And it did wonders to make me feel thankful, powerful, and more connected with others. So if someone would step out of my way now, I say thank you. If I trip and someone stops in their tracks, I say thank you. If someone does something kind, rather than apologizing that they had to make the effort, I thank them for it. This wires your brain to be thankful and not shameful, positive and not negative. Number 2, and. Turn your buts into ands. I've been doing this for a couple years, and boy, does it help my ideas to come across as powerful and positive. But is one of those words like actually. It's a slimy little gremlin of negativity in your language. So check out these 2 different sentences. You have a growing company, but you need to evolve your marketing strategy. Versus, you have a growing company, and you need to evolve your marketing strategy. And is an addition to the forward motion of the thinking that you're presenting, rather than a detraction. You are adding and not removing. You are being positive and not negative. When we use the word but, it's cautionary and it signifies that you think there's something wrong, versus that forward moving and. Number 3 is the word do. It can take a while and sometimes years to shift an office or family culture. I read a study once that said it takes 5 years to change an office culture. So dedication to shifts in thinking and behavior are required in order to guide this evolution, and someone on the team or in the family needs to take responsibility and have the patience to nurture this shift. Case in point, about 5 years ago, I first asked my husband to join me in removing "don't forget" from our language and replacing it with "please remember." And now this has been firmly implanted as a part of the Halford family culture. We use our language to shift our thinking away from negative don'ts into positive do's. So we might say "please walk" versus "don't run," or "please remember" versus "don't forget." How can you see shifts taking place like this in your life? By modeling the behavior we'd like to see. So choose one of these behavior shifts today and start being the change you'd like to see in your office or family culture. I'm rooting for you. This was a super quick episode. Thanks for listening. Next week, I'm talking about some simple things you can do to fortify your personal brand. Thank you so much for listening. You are such a babe. A reminder that all notes are available at youisalpha.com/podcast. You can find me on Twitter, Facebook, and LinkedIn as youisalpha, and on Instagram, I'm youalphababe. Now go leave me that review, and remember, you is kind, you is smart, you is alpha.